Hey everybody, this is Ray Halstead and Andrew McMillan with REH CPAs. Today we want to talk about, if we've got some folks out there that own multiple residences, and sometimes you have to sell one of those residences. Then how do you apply the home gain exclusion whenever you own multiple residences? I've got Andrew McMillan here with me today. Andrew, what can you tell us about, utilizing the home sale exclusion when you have more than one residence?
Mm-hmm. So the home sale exclusion, if you're married, it allows you to exclude $500,000 of gain. If you're single, $250,000 of gain. But to qualify for that, you have to own and use the home for 2 out of the last 5 years. That's just the general rule there. You've got to own it. You've got to live there for 2 out of the last 5 years. So when you have multiple residences, you kind of get into this issue where we're splitting time between one or the other. Where is your primary residence? You definitely have some complexities to work through there. So as a general rule at a high level, the IRS is going to view your primary principal residence to be the one that you spend the most time at during the year. So if you spend 8 months at a home here in North Carolina and then 4 months at a home down in Florida, most likely that home that you spend 8 months in North Carolina is going to be the one that's going to be considered your primary. But as with anything with the IRS, this is a facts and circumstances test. So anytime you're arguing a facts and circumstances test with the IRS, you want as many facts and circumstances to point to your desired outcome. So living there the majority of the year is a very large checkbox in the correct box, a very large check in the correct box. But you're also going to want to, look at things of like, where does all of your family live? Like, where is your life? Are you registered? Where are you registered? Where are your cars registered? Where do you vote? Where do you bank? Where do you go to church? Where do you go to other religious and civic types of clubs? Where do you spend your time? Those are all things that you're going to want to look at and really help paint the picture of like, this is where my primary place of residence needs to be. So those are things that you're going to want to work through. If you're trying to achieve this gain, I mean, a lot of these things can be, you can set yourself up very well by just doing some careful planning on the front end to set all of things up correctly, because you definitely want to make sure that you really can show that, yes, I was here for 2 out of the last 5 years.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you feel like if you have multiple residences and you know that you may be selling one and there's significant gain, you definitely want to try to start setting yourself up to where you don't have an issue claiming that as your primary residence. And something else to think about is the taxation issue. So if you have multiple residences in multiple states, and you want to claim that one was your state, then you probably should be filing tax returns in that state if that was your primary residence. So it's little things like that the IRS is going to want to see to prove that was your primary residence.
Yep.
Yeah. Really good information, Andrew. If you have multiple residences and you are wondering how you can utilize the home sale exclusion, feel free to give us a call and we'll help you out. Thanks.